welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oyundi Fuluperani Ma Shapa Mananyana Wamavenda. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, a veteran in this channel, welcome back for yet another exciting episode of Risk Money and Insurance, okay? Whoa, we haven't talked insurance in a while. I feel like I've just neglected insurance since the beginning of 2020, but now, baby, we are back with an episode of insurance. And specifically, I'm sure you can judge from the title of the video, car insurance, because we are leveling up in this life thing and we are getting cars. So we might as well talk about car insurance because a lot of people are buying cars anyway. You know, in the midst of the excitement of getting a new car, there comes insurance. And I acknowledge a lot of people are buying cars. So let's now just drill deep into these things again. Like, there are three main amounts, or the three main prices, or the three main cover amounts which you can insure your car for, right? The first one is what we call the retail value. The second one is what we call the trade-in value. And the third one is what we call the market value. And so now they will ask you, whether the dealership or the insurers, they will ask you, do you want to cover your car under retail value, market value, or trade-in value? And you just like, what is that? So cool. I'm here to just explain all this insurance jargon to you today so that you know you're better informed as a citizen, because knowledge is power. Okay, cool. So retail value, right? When we say the retail value of your car, this is the amount of money that your car would sell for, right, at a dealership. It is that amount which is very close to the replacement cost of your car. And it is normally almost always guaranteed, or almost not guaranteed, recommended that you actually insure your car under retail value. The reason why, it's because the payout is likely to be higher under retail value compared to, you know, your market value or your trade-in value. Now, moving on to number two, number two is the trade-in value, which is the average price that a dealership would buy your car for, right? So it's like average price. We just like, okay, it's a Toyota Yaris. Yeah, no, 100,000 for this one. So it's an average price that the dealership would actually buy your car for. And then the last one, which we refer to as the market value, this one is almost all the time lower than the retail value, because they take into account now the specifics of your car, like the mileage. They take into account how many accidents you've had before. They take into account the condition of your car, like what about the paint? What about the lights? Are they still working? What about the brakes? Are the the tires still aligned? So they take into account all those nitty-gritties, and a market value will act against you if your car is old, because we know depreciation is a thing. The more you drive that car, the more it depreciates. And honey, when you take it out of the garage, it begins to depreciate right there. It drops significantly in value. So market value will almost always act against you because of that reason. And so it's recommended that you just take retail value, because the amount is likely to be higher in a situation where, in case something happened to your car, it's about to be written off and all of that. Okay, cool. Now, after that, they will then ask you, what type of cover do you want? Mainly, we have three main types of cover, right? And there's just this fourth one that it's just being put out there. It's becoming very famous. They will ask you probably about it, and you will be like, what is that? But don't worry, I'm here to sort that out for you. So the first type of cover, if you want to cover your car, is what we call a third-party cover. Now, with the third party cover, what you are essentially saying is, all the expenses relating to my car, my health bills or my bills, my medical bills, everything relating to legal cases, because it goes down in the street. If you own a car, you would know someone would actually report you to pay for the damages that you did to their car if they think you were the one in the wrong. So now they can actually say you are about to, repair my car and also pay for my medical bills and also my legal fees. That is a lot of money. So if you want to just actually cover instances or cover costs relating to that liability that you owe a third party due to something that has happened, if you damage their car or whatever, then you will take out a third party cover. But do note, anything relating to your car, damages that were incurred by your car, legal costs, your own medical bills, that one, it's up to you. The insurer doesn't get involved with that part. So who would actually go for a third party cover? If you feel you have a lot of money, you have an emergency fund for your own car and you can actually pay out whatever happens. For example, your engine, there's something wrong with your engine, you're already like you already exceeded the guarantee period, then honey, you need to pay that yourself. So make sure you have enough money to cover anything literally that can happen to your car. Like if it burns down, if someone steals your car, if whatever, you don't say anything to the insurer, you sort that out yourself. So do you really want such a liability on you as a person? Okay, moving on to number 2, right? Number 2 is what we call limited cover. So the limited cover has got it covers a couple of things, a bit more things more than like the third party cover. So the limited cover, the main perils or the main that are covered under this limited cover is your fire and theft. So fire, it may be as a result of someone burning your car, or like lightning. We know with Limpopo, lightning, and then your car explodes. They will cover that. If someone steals your car or they attempt to steal your car, your attempted theft. If they attempt to kill your car, then you're also covered. Your insurer will cover you. And the great thing is that your third party liability or your third party cover is also included. So for example, if someone is suing you that you damaged their car or whatever, then you are sorted. You are sorted under you're sorted under limited cover, right? So third party is sort of like included inside your limited cover. But of course, I think another thing that I need to emphasize is that these covers may differ from one insurer to the other. So it's also important to just ask them. You must ask these people, like, what is covered under your limited cover? What are my options? So these are the people who are just like, I don't want a comprehensive cover, which is what we will discuss next. And I also don't want a third party. I want to be somewhere in the middle, So for whatever that is not covered by the limited cover, well, that one you have to sort it out yourself as well. Then we come to number 1, or the third one, which is what we call a comprehensive cover. So comprehensive, they take almost everything. And what is normally excluded under comprehensive would be, specifics like maybe problems happening to your engine, then you need to sort that one yourself. Mainly it's the engine that is excluded, but others may cover. It depends. Don't come at me saying you were saying this and they said that. It depends. Covers differ due to insurers. Different insurers have different covers. But with your comprehensive cover, this is almost like the safety net. I call this one a safety net, whereas a third party will be like a bare minimum cover, because you are literally not covered. You've covered other people. Third parties are not yourself. So with a comprehensive one, it's like you've covered yourself, almost everything, like accidents, you've covered theft, you've covered fire as well. You've also covered things like third-party liabilities that may arise. Someone suing you, they can pay out their medical bills. They can also pay out their legal expenses, and what they can also pay out your medical bills and pay out your legal expenses as well. So this one is like a safety net. If you know you don't have enough money to cover for other things, just go for a comprehensive one, because then a lot of things are covered. It's just those 1 in 200 events, those rare events that may not be covered. But generally, what people would claim for would be covered under a comprehensive cover, right? So just know your covers. You must know your covers so that you are able to assess your needs, check your financial resources, and be like, where do I fit? Then the last one that I said, it's becoming very famous, is what we call the gap cover, right? So the gap cover, how it works, it's just like, imagine a situation where you are involved in a really bad accident. God forbid though, be safe out here. If you're involved in a really bad accident and your car is written off, right? The insurance company will pay out, of course. And then if you had taken out this car on credit, what will happen is, the banks still want their money, because it doesn't matter whether the car is still there or not. It doesn't matter. They still want their money. You owe them. You owe the bank. So what a gap cover does is it pays out for the difference between sort of the outstanding amount on that loan you would have received from the bank when you buy your car, and the insurance payout. So in a situation where the insurance payout is actually lower than the outstanding amount of the vehicle financing on your car, then you will be liable to pay that difference. Doesn't matter what it is, whether you have the car or not, you're still liable to pay the difference, right? So with a gap cover, it's like, okay, cool. You don't have to really pay the difference, yeah? Insurance will actually pay out for that difference. And this is normally given as like an additional or add-on cover. It's not like a standalone. It's very important cover for you to, understand all these different covers, and honestly be honest with yourself. Like, will I be able to pay out that gap if something happens to my car, it's written off and I need to pay it out? Will I be able to pay it out? So it's an individual decision. It's not a collective decision. We all have different financial circumstances, and so we need to take that into account when we buy insurance. And I'm so super excited to say the next video is actually on mistakes that we make when we when we buy this car insurance, because we can't go on making the same mistakes over and over again. No, we must put an end to this. We must wise up and we must do better. When we know better, we do better. Okay, cool. So thank you so much, guys, for coming to my insurance talk. But before I leave, I received a parcel. I will just show you guys the pictures. A parcel from Level Up Satin Boutique. They contacted me on Instagram and they wanted me to rate their product. So they sell bonnets, they sell ribbons, they also sell, okay, let me show you guys the ribbons. So these are the ribbons that they send me in 3 different colors. They're very colorful, as you can see, and I think this one was meant for Valentine. So they asked me to rate their products, and they also sent me a pillow. So this is the pillow, and they sent me a bonnet as well. So they seem to specialize in satin bonnets, and they just asked me to rate them. In my rating, I'll start with number 1, the delivery. I'm a big fan of delivery. If you deliver fast, I'm happy with your service. Didn't take long, less than 5 days, actually, less than 5 working days. It was already here, and I really love that. The packaging, so I understand they wrapped it in plastic, and they also wrapped it in a piece of paper. I will show you guys. I will pop up the picture in a piece of paper, which I really loved, because what if it rains or whatever, I don't want my stuff to get wet or to get mixed up with other things, other liquid things before it gets to me. So I really love that. And overall, the quality of the product, I just love that this can stretch. can stretch, so even if you have braids or if you have your own hair or whatever, you can actually use this. And I love the material. They're satin material, it's high quality, it's soft as well. So I would recommend that you guys go check them out. And look at this is amazing. It's so smooth, it's so smooth. I'm sure my afro would really appreciate this. So go check them out on go check them out on Instagram. They are there. I will put their handle, and also I'll put their handle in the description box. And so thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So I love you so much. Mwah. See you in the next video. Oh, bye.